So I've seen this quote kind of doing the rounds this last day or so about Lewis Hamilton in his interview leading up to the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and kind of reflecting on what he said on the radio in Brazil. And a lot of people theorizing that, he might quit Mercedes. And I tell you what, he's admitted it. He's thought about it. He at least thought about it after Brazil. But I tell you what, it shows how quickly things can turn around. Look at what they've done in practice on Thursday night in Las Vegas. Mercedes looked to have the fastest car this weekend out of absolutely nowhere. When Lewis himself said, we're going to struggle this weekend. We always struggle with tyre temperatures, and it's very cold here by F1 standards anyway. But let's have a look at what he said here, because it was not a good one in Brazil for him at all. Lewis Hamilton admits that he really did think about quitting Mercedes immediately on the slowdown lap after the recent Brazilian Grand Prix. Fans were alarmed when they heard the Ferrari-bound in 2025 driver tell his team on the radio, "If this is the last time that I get to perform, it's a shame it wasn't great, but grateful for you." After the 39-year-old said could happily go and take a holiday. Mercedes immediately rejected reports that the 7-time world champion was serious about his comments, but Hamilton admitted in Las Vegas on Wednesday, "In the moment, that's how I felt, like I didn't really want to come back after that weekend." While teammate George Russell has also struggled at times with Mercedes' 2024 car, Hamilton's problems have been more severe. "If they provide a car that wants to stay on track, hopefully we'll have a better result here," he said. They look like they're going to have a better result here, I will be honest. Early days, it's only practice, but looking very good. There are also signs of tension between Hamilton and Toto Wolff, particularly after the Mercedes team boss referred to the British driver as shelf life in a recently released book. Hamilton insists the comments didn't affect him. "No, I think just being here, standing tall, I'm feeling strong," he said. "I've been around this game for a long time. There's been so many things said about me, so many microaggressions. I'm not saying from my boss, because he's been supportive over all these years, and we've achieved a lot together, I mean in general. But nothing can take me down, so I'm still here, I'm still fighting." Wolff said on Thursday that he and Hamilton have cleared the air. "One rule that we established very early on in our relationship is that we talk immediately and say, 'Why did you say that?' or 'What did you mean?' And that is what we have done," said the Austrian. As for whether Ferrari boss Vasseur has reason to be concerned on Hamilton's current form carrying over potentially into 2025, the winner of a record 105 Grand Prix insisted he is pretty sure he will never have another season like 2024. Yeah, I've got my theory on this at the end of the day, guys. I said at the time that it was very, very unlikely that Hamilton was going to leave Mercedes early because, the team owe it to him, he owes it to the team. They've been together for so long. This is 12 seasons in Formula One. They've won everything under the sun. They're the most successful partnership in the history of Formula One. Nobody has raced for more races for one team, nor won as many Grand Prix, nor won as many championships. Yeah, because he won 6 of them, didn't he? He won 6 of them Mercedes, and that's more than Michael Schumacher's 5 with Ferrari. So they have to keep it going just for these last 3 races. But he's an emotional person, Hamilton, and that is not a criticism at all. If anything, it's a compliment, I would say. He wears his heart on his sleeve, as we say here in the UK, and that's fantastic, and I think it's great that he does that. Unfortunately, it does mean that sometimes he's prone to these kind of outbursts on the radio, and that's just how he felt at the time. Obviously, he sat down, he's had a couple of weeks to reflect and relax and kind of recharge his batteries, and he's thought, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's how I felt. And yeah, it's fair enough, really. In terms of his car performance, I do see the Hamilton haters in my comments quite a bit, saying things like, he's washed, he's done, he's proven now that it was all the car, none of it was him, which is just a lot of crap, really, to put it politely. But at the end of the day, I feel like the reason why he's been underperforming compared to Russell relatively, because you would expect Hamilton to comfortably beat Russell in most weekends. I don't think there's any doubt about that, really. But I think the reason why Russell in general has been doing better than Hamilton right now is because I feel like that car is probably more designed and more orientated towards George Russell. And that is not me saying that Russell has it easy or whatever, but because Mercedes are losing Hamilton after this season, they're obviously going to develop the car with George Russell in mind, because next year's car will just be an evolution of this year's car. So it makes sense for them to throw all their weight and their kind of planning and on, research and development and the upgrades for the car and the updates, all to be orientated around George Russell's driving style. It just makes perfect sense. It makes, if you were to do it all behind Hamilton, then what's the point? He's leaving anyway after this season. That's an incredibly short-sighted and poor decision, in my opinion. So I feel like that's part of it too. And maybe it's just a bit of burnout from Hamilton's side as well. Maybe he's tired. It's a very long season, and the fact that he's leaving Mercedes, that's probably going to be playing on his mind too. But what are your guys' thoughts? Is Hamilton underperforming? Will he continue this form to Ferrari next year, or will that give him the boost he needs to get back to winning ways? I mean, let's not forget, guys, he's won 2 races this season. It's not like the guy's not done anything this season. It's just a bad run, really, in the last few races or so. That's more what it is, really. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, as always, guys. And for much more news and reaction to the world of Formula 1, keep it tuned right here to the F1Chronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell as well, and we'll see you very soon, guys. Have a good one.